So we're back again. This is my Lynx 2 with a clean screen Retro 6 upgrade of the screen, LCD. So last night I was like, let's put in the El Cheapo flash cart and Ben Van and just have a check out the Lynx library and see what it's doing. So I put in batteries, nothing. Put in AC port, nothing. So what I'm thinking is, I don't really know what to think because it was working the other day and I just wonder if it works eventually. It's got a game in it. Power jack does feel a little bit loose. I'm hoping it's the carbon membrane because I do have some carbon conductive pen, and we'll see if we can fix those traces if they are damaged. Because I remember this this front shell was from America, because this is the one I put together from parts from around the place. And the original membrane, I think I just snipped the end and it was working, but obviously now it's not working. So let's take this apart. So if there is an issue, it will be very gentle now. I do have spare. Let's just try and wiggle it out maybe. I do have spare membranes, but what I want to try and do is just a quick, like I did yesterday, just like a quick little dab of the carbon, and I can even use the same process as I did yesterday. I've got the same sticky Game Gear screen, so I can have a little bit of a workspace. Watching that ribbon, that should be okay. And do the same thing again. So if we zoom in, can't see anything. And if we look closely, there is some carbon missing. Whether that's enough to be that issue, or my Lynx could be dead. Yeah, it's not impossible. Let's try and do what we were doing yesterday. So cover the tips in carbon, and then what we'll do, a bit much on there. Let that dry, and then we'll make our own traces then. See you in a second. All right, it's been a few minutes now. Let's just try and tidy this up a little bit. I messed this up a little bit, didn't I? It's definitely not pretty. But if it works, I don't care. Very important that they're not bridging. That'll probably mess stuff up. some parts that could be better. Definitely not as easy as it seemed. That's why people probably just replace them, to be fair, rather than messing around with carbon. I don't know, I don't like how thin the fourth one in looks up from the left. Let's try and dab that a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's a bit nicer. Right, let's just make sure that all this is bone dry before sticking it back in. Probably don't want to like smudge any carbon where there shouldn't be carbon, but otherwise it's not pretty, but the traces are back and nothing appears to be touching. Let's make sure there's definitive lines between each trace. Oh yes, we could have just changed everything, but out of interest, do you see what the multimeter says? I know it is conductive, but it just looks like a pen to me. It's just giving me a reading, it's not beeping. What's on this? Maybe there's stuff on it. Let's just zoom out a bit. So it's not behaving like a proper trace, whereas there'd be continuity. There's probably a reason why they stopped using these types of traces, probably because they degrade over time. And maybe, well, copper can't be cheaper. I don't know. I wonder what the reason was. Let's have a look, see underneath. So that's all conductive, but it's going to, let's just scrape it off anyway though. You have to be careful here because that is now probably bridging all three of those, or four. Let's get some cotton bud and let's get some alcohol. There we go. I pushed down then so it would leave some carbon behind, and now that looks like it is messy. I am no artist, but we can see if it works. Just let it dry for 5 minutes now. So I'm gonna look at the final touch-ups there. Seems okay, to be fair. What's that? What is that? That's meant to be there, that's okay. I thought it was more carbon. So quite a fiddly job to get this back in. But if you do, and then probably how it got ruined initially. Alright. I believe that's in. There's no real safe way of making sure. What's that? Let's make sure they're not connected inside. Right, let's just see if it turns on. If it doesn't, then we've obviously bridged something and we're doomed. Let's put this hopefully that'll be the last time it ever needs to come apart, to be honest. But let's be honest, it's doubtful. Let's see if that's worked. Let's just zoom out. Where is Blue Lightning? There he is. If this doesn't work, we're gonna have to do the Dead or Alive test. Oh, you beauty. Will it work? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Pump it. Yeah. So it was the carbon from the original membrane. Do you know what I hate? Let's turn this down a sec. I hate the little specks of stuff behind the screen that you clean and then it just comes back and it's impossible to keep on top of. I don't know why. I think some sick person is just employed out there to keep putting specks of dust behind our screens. Anyway, let's just make sure everything's working. Lovely. Let's pump it back up and do a little bit of Blue Lightning play. Backlight Need a bit of danger zone music for this. Let's see what I can do about that. I don't know. I think we won. Awesome. Right, so thanks for watching me repair my own Lynx 2 for not turning on. There's the pesky carbon tracers. If anyone does own a Lynx 2 or a Lynx 1 perhaps, if the buttons aren't working as the carbon pen actually improves the buttons for the Lynx 1 turning on as well, because again that's like carbon on the little black dot on the membrane. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that guys, thanks for watching.